Welcome back, Famous and Lovers. We are covering episodes 5 and 6 of Season 1 of Famous in Love, and it's time to talk about that bracelet again.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome. Welcome back, guys.
Love this song.
Love this song by Powers.
It's hot.
It
is hot.
Welcome, 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 guys. My name is Amber Plaster. You guys are watching the AFTERBUZZ TV Famous in Love After Show, and I am so glad that you guys are watching and listening on the podcast. If you guys have not subscribed to us on iTunes, we really, really would like your help with that. We are trying to get to #1 on iTunes currently right now, and if you want to watch live, you can do that on AFTERBUZZ TV's YouTube channel. So that I hope that you're here, and we do check the comments and interact with you guys because we're just obsessed with the show as you guys are. Joined with me are my lovely co-hosts.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Olivia Gabaree. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, The Real OG.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
Hey guys, I'm Renee, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
Awesome.
Hey ladies.
Ooh, we have a lot to talk about.
There's a lot happening in these episodes.
We got a lot of questions answered.
True story.
I kind of don't know what they're gonna. I want to say I don't know what they're gonna do for the rest of the season, but we had a lot of predictions that, for me, didn't come true. I had a lot of things that I did not think was gonna happen. Let's start with episode 5. And just kind of break it down as we go. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on kind of where you thought Cassie was going to go throughout these 2 episodes, because I think she's had the biggest character turn out of everyone.
Yes.
So the start of episode 5, Paige is turning 21.
At least that answered our question, because we
that
wasn't
did.
sure about how old they were.
We weren't. And,
So,
in real life, Bella is 19. So it's...
Bella's
What?
only 19 years old.
I thought she was like 24.
Oh,
Sorry,
girl.
Bella.
She's about to turn 20.
She's a bomb-looking 19-year-old. She's old girl.
Baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was illegal 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yowzers.
Wow.
I feel old. Actually, I don't, because I'm 21, so I don't feel old.
What do you mean?
I'm only 21. We're close in age. Duh.
So we open up the episode with Alexis and Jake enjoying some more time together in Palm Springs, which I really thought Alexis was faking it.
I thought she was
was
too,
too.
but as soon as I saw how they were interacting in Palm Springs, it was very clear that she was into him.
She did the girl thing. She took the selfie of them in the bed together. I'm like, okay, I think she really likes Jake. And I thought she was faking it too. But I think this is something probably different for her and something real, because she met someone different who's not in Hollywood. Well, he wants to be, but he's not a director or a producer. So I think this is something different for her. So she's definitely surprised me.
Yeah, and she's coming off a lot softer in this episode as well.
I know.
Not as harsh.
I like evil Alexis.
Do you think that she's just bored, or do you think that she genuinely is trying to turn her life around? 'Cause
Rebound.
I cannot tell.
She's sleeping with so many people. I think there's
Yeah.
moments of her being like, oh, I really like this. And then as soon as it gets into a real relationship where you realize the real struggles of a relationship, she's out sleeping with 10 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. As I said, I do think that she's getting softer, nicer, all that jazz. However, she's still staying true to character by sleeping with someone to get on top.
Yeah.
Because she's sleeping with Jake, and she's getting producer credit, and she's got the lead role.
I do have to say, though, that I really did like that she kind of took a positive step in the right direction. She was like, I'm going to help you with your screenplay, and I'm going to be signed on as a producer because I want to act in it, and that way no one can take something away from me again. I don't
Right.
have to be sleazy with directors anymore, even though it was kind of a power move.
She only has to be sleazy with the writer.
Only with the writer. But I like
Which
that.
she likes. So.
I feel like it was a boss move. I was like, she's finally being smart and taking herself out of the situation. And she's like, okay, if I put myself on this movie, I can actually be the actress. So I actually liked it too. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was bored, and I think she is bored. But I think she's gonna start liking Jake a little bit more. And I think she was just doing it to also get back at Paige too.
Yeah.
But
Well, she did say that's how it started,
Right.
and then she started to like him. But to be honest, this just makes me not like Jake more.
Oh,
Because I,
can't.
feel
I
like
was
he
upset at
can't
him.
say no. He's the most boring, yes, man. Oh, yeah, I'll do this. Oh, yeah, let's sleep together. Oh, yeah. Where's your backbone, Jake? Like, where's your personality that, like, he doesn't say no.
Oh, I'll
he just
tell you
gets
what his
mad out of
personality is.
nowhere.
He's isn't he like, does he aggravate you or no?
Yeah.
He aggravated me these 2 episodes.
He's like the underdog in the Hollywood world, but in his little Three's Company house, he's so annoying.
He's so annoying.
He paints this poor me picture, and I don't feel bad for him.
It's like you want to like Jake, but then he becomes super annoying, and you're like, bro, come on, I want to like you because you are the underdog. But then when he gets around Alexis, and then he's talking to his 2 friends that he's known for a really long time, he's kind of douchey a little bit.
It's 2 different people.
He's so aggravating.
Can
Sorry,
we just
Jake.
talk about the fact that when Bella Thorne got a text, I keep saying Bella Thorne, when Paige got a text saying that she had to work that night, he got mad. She's like, on your birthday? Oh, I'm sorry. What job did you have where they're like, oh, it's your birthday? Oh, you have the night off. No job ever, first of all.
Welcome
And
to the
stop being
real
a little
world.
wuss crybaby about it. I can't with him.
Well, and it's not your birthday, so why do you care?
Okay, okay. I have to defend Jake now.
Brenda's coming for Jake.
We're like ripping
Let's
us apart.
everyone settle on the witch head for Jake.
Almost.
Poor Jake.
We'll revisit this later.
So Jake is super sprung on Paige, and rightfully so. She's gorgeous and attractive, and they're already friends. But it's got to be hurtful to see her flirt with someone else when you still have a crush on her. That's why he doesn't want to see. He's like, I want to see you, but like I don't want to see you with your co-star.
But he friend zoned her.
Yeah.
He did friend zone her, but I get the pain a little bit.
I get where he's coming from. I
Wait.
totally get it. But when you friend zone someone, I'm like, Jake,
That's your
you
own
guys
fault.
are adults. And she's always pouting at you and batting her eyelashes, and she's giving you the hint that she really likes you. And come on, Jake.
Listen, you can only swerve the Hollywood Playboy so many times. Like, you're losing your moments here, buddy. Make a move or move out of the
So
way.
many
That's all.
moments.
Right? Like, Amber, you're like, oh, like, I feel bad for him because, you know, this, and this. But, like, I'm sorry, like, are they all 12?
Right.
That would be the only time I'd be like, oh, no wonder he's acting this way.
They're
20.
adults.
They're
They're like
adults.
20.
But they're
adults.
adults.
Still adults.
Okay.
Like, you're,
All
okay.
right. All right,
like,
all right.
I think if he wouldn't have friend zoned her, that's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Jake. Because you're
Yeah.
the man in the situation. She's there's so many situations when they're together, and she's giving him this vibe. Even though she has Rainer, and Rainer's really feeling her, she's always giving Jake like this. Take me, and he's always like, well, Jake. He friends on her, and half of me I do feel bad for him because it is hard seeing a girl that you really like and she's in Hollywood. But bro, you're about to be in Hollywood now. You're doing big things, and I like when the girls stood up for themselves, and I like when Paige kind of cussed him out and was like, whoa, don't come for us. You were just rolling around with Alexis in Palm Springs.
and then he left. And then he got so mad that she spit the truth that he left.
I'm like, Jake.
Okay, let's move on to
We're after Jake.
We have a lot to cover, but I do agree. I'm all over the place with Jake right now, but Nina is picking up Jordan's drift on Tangi, real strong in episode 5.
Nina's a hater.
How do we feel about, we see Jordan visit his mom, Brandy, in jail. How do we feel about Jordan in episode 5 with Nina and Tangi
Well,
and Mama Tangi?
So this, I don't know if this was made clear to you guys, but we saw in the last episode, Nina just kind of came out the cut when Jordan was making his deal, and now she's been spying on him, is what we learned in this episode, because she learned about Tangi. So she's been following him and spying on him. However, I have to give it to him because it took pretty big balls to admit to Nina that he was seeing Tangi.
Agreed.
I was shocked.
Huge balls, bro.
Because I think in my prediction, I was scared for Jordan because I'm like, he may mess up his career and he's going to be too scared to tell Nina. But I was actually shocked that he went to Nina. And I think Nina is deep in it where she likes him a little bit more than she wants to admit, where now she's stalking him. And
I'm so scared for
I'm
Jordan.
so
I'm like, think
scared
twice
for
for help,
this
Jordan.
boy.
Are you okay?
I'm
Are you
scared for him
still
and
alive?
Tangi. Like him and Tangi, I feel so bad because
Those grown women are not acting like grown women. Sorry,
psychotic.
like, what are you doing?
I'm like,
It's
Nina.
your son's friend. And you're like, if I can't have him, no
Yeah,
one
like,
can.
get over it, sis.
And and what I liked about Nina, because she had this boss quality about her, this is pissing me off because I'm like, all right, you're a grown woman.
Yeah.
You're a boss. You have your little plaything, and I thought it was cool. But now you're doing a little bit too much where now you're going to try to jeopardize his career and the girl that he likes career. And they're 20 years younger than you. You're a grown woman. You should be worried about Alan, apparently. You have other things to worry about,
Who
sister.
I like together.
Who I love them together. But it kind of disappointed me to see her act this way with children.
Yeah, like she's a busy woman. The fact that she took time out of her day to hire someone to stalk a
Like,
child,
girl, he must have good sex.
it's a little weird.
It's like, what are you doing? You can't manage everything.
Yeah.
You have a big movie you need to be working on. Like, you need to not be... When I seen, like, someone taking the photos, I'm like, that better not be Nina.
I know, I did too.
Come on, Nina. You're a boss. Like...
At first I thought, oh, well, someone's taking pictures of him and now Nina's going to have to help him.
Right.
And then I was like, oh no,
Nope.
what if it's Nina? Oh,
Nina, you have too much going on for you to be this bored. But last week... prediction, I was so scared for Jordan. I'm like, he's not going to tell her, and he surprised me. So I give it to Jordan. I'm happy that he did tell her, but I do feel scared for him.
Steamy scene also with Jordan and Tangi. Ooh. Yeah, they're really cute together.
They are.
Like, I really like them together. But yeah, seriously, she was so great.
And then we
was a
saw that
creep this
Tangi's
episode.
mom froze her bank accounts, which I'm not really sure how that's possible since we think she's an adult.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's legally possible, but
Maybe because she's the manager. I don't know.
Because she manages her money.
unless her mom put her name on the joint bank account.
Oh, I'm sure she did. She
even
probably
then,
did.
though, you can still go in and be like, it's also my account
Right.
if you're an adult.
For the sake of television,
Anyway,
we'll say
it's
it's
crazy.
possible.
But I did thought it was really cute that Jordan gave him, like, he was like, oh, take my card, and she's like, I'll pay you back, and it like seemed really genuine.
Yeah.
He's really being a stand-up guy in these past couple episodes. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get to it, but you know, obviously later in the episode too, he is taking care of the women in his life.
Yeah. I like Jordan a lot. And this episode made me really, really like him. Like, I like seeing him open up to Tangi, because before he was kind of holding back because he was scared of his side boo, Nina, and now I see why. But I'm happy that he was able to tell her, like, this is a girl I like. I want to try it out with her. And I love that he was able to give Tangi the advice, like, don't worry about your mom. Start over. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I got your
Ironic.
back. Right. Like, I got your back.
Did you get that idea from Jordan?
I gotta say though, I was really impressed, even though Jake was on his tirade and
Oh,
Cassie
Jake.
was dealing with the bracelet needed to come back from the
God.
jewelers. All of a sudden, I was like, oh my goodness, Cassie, you have to stop. I really, really was surprised, genuinely. I don't know if I'm just the only one, was surprised that they threw Paige a surprise birthday.
I was shocked.
Me
as
too.
well.
I didn't think no one cared.
I didn't
Yeah.
think
Not to
anyone
be
did
rude.
either. Because
I-
they weren't acting any different than how they usually act.
No.
But I don't think that anybody cares, but Rainer cares.
Yeah.
Therefore, everybody cares.
I was shocked. Like, I was surprised. When she was surprised, I was like, wow, they actually threw her a party. That was really nice of them. Like, she actually didn't get in trouble this time by Wyatt. I felt, like, happy. I'm like, yay.
For
She didn't get yelled
But
at
I think
by
like what
Wyatt.
Olivia's saying is when she was in the dressing room and she was like, wow, I can't believe you guys all came out. And he kind of looked at her like,
Yeah, because your man told us to
we
be there.
definitely wanted to be spending our night doing that. Like he kind of gave a little bit of that look. Interesting. But she did look stunning in that pink outfit. Oh my goodness. It was so
She
cute.
looks
Oh my
great.
goodness.
That was a really nice surprise birthday party. I'm like, Rainer is putting in some work.
Except for maybe he's also hooking up with the party planner.
Oh, I peeped that.
Yeah,
She's
that
like, I
was
need
weird.
to talk to you for a sec.
Do we think that's a thing?
Girl, bye.
For what?
Or are we just seeing like
They probably
jealousy through
have
Paige's
before.
eyes?
Well, because Raina's like a man whore, and he's hooked up with literally every pretty lady. So I wouldn't put that past him. Like, even though she was like, oh yeah, he did this for you. I need to talk to you really quick. I'm like, okay.
Paige
Well, she was
did turn
probably
him down.
jealous. And maybe they have some type of history,
Yeah.
you know, and she just wants to make it clear to all the bystanders that I've been there, done that.
I hit that. I hit it
Yeah.
first.
See, I don't know. I
Hey.
just got the vibe that they were trying to make us think that he was hooking up with a party
Right.
planner and then showed us like, just kidding. Like it was just to surprise the audience. Like I think that was her role and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel about Jake showing up and then like wimping out?
I
wanted to
can't
punch him in the
with
face.
Him. Oh, they're flirting. I'm sorry. Where did you spend your weekend again? Oh yeah, sleeping with that girl that she hates. Oh my God. But poor you, Jake. Poor you. I can't with him. I really can't with him.
Yeah, he pissed me off because the fact that like Cassie had to beg for him to be there, Paige really wanted him to be there. And then you show up and you do this whole like weird like they're flirting.
Yeah.
It's her birthday, of course. Raina and people are gonna show her love. You know that Raina likes her, but I think she would have enjoyed it more if Jake would have just went up to her and would have said happy birthday, Paige. But he didn't even give it a chance. He wanted to be super dramatic and run out and be a baby.
Yeah.
And with this circumstance, we definitely see the dynamic of the friendship. Because I remember earlier we weren't really sure like where Cassie stood, if she was jealous, if she was, you know, just like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but
Jake.
now it's very clear that Cassie is a good friend. She was sitting there convincing Jake, being like, look, dude, you have to go. This is your best friend's birthday. The fact that you're just going to sit this one out is petty, and it's ridiculous, and you just need to step it up. And he was the one that was being a baby about it.
Then he goes to Alexis's house and they drink champagne.
Yeah, she puts a Band-Aid on him, like...
Well, when I saw him and Alexis drinking champagne, I was kind of like, is this real? Like, I still feel, it's like, it seems too easy. It seems too good to be true.
Well, that's the thing, like, what? Their relationship doesn't exist. Like, their relationship is like Jordan and Nina's relationship.
Yeah.
It's not a real relationship. It's kind of like I need to fill this void because I like someone I can't have right now. Which seems to be a theme in this show.
Yeah.
Also relatable. I feel like a lot of people in real life tend to get in those situations.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not a real relationship. And maybe Alexis, because I think at this point she's like, oh, but maybe like he likes me. Girl,
you're just trying to get in that movie.
He doesn't though.
She's just trying to get in that movie.
He's just trying to get in that movie, and he's just trying to fill the void of not having Paige because Paige is with Raina. But it pissed me off when he left that party. Yeah. Like, just say something, bro. Grow up and go say happy birthday to your best friend. These are your best friends, and you're being a baby.
So we also found out that Rainer doesn't know who his father is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which we did not know. And we also, in the same episode, found out who his father was.
In a very random matter. Like, who is this grandma and why is she so pushy? And
Grandma looks like Nina put her in a nice, beautiful home someplace and it was like, Mom, you're going to stay here. We're not going to come back for you.
You're in Florida.
Yeah. You have a great time, Mom. I'm in Hollywood. But I had a feeling that they had a past relationship because the way that they were acting towards each other.
I kind of had a feeling that was his dad. For some odd reason, I don't know. It just... I had the way that we were setting him up as a character, I had a feeling.
I like their tension.
Well, Amber, you actually called it, but you didn't know it was like a mystery thing. In the very first episode, I believe, you're like, oh, like what if that's Rainer's dad? And we thought we were going to see them together. Right. But we were all like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they introduce them like that and then not show them together? Well, because Rainer doesn't know.
And does he know either?
I was going to say, in the book, does he know his dad in the book? Is it completely different?
The dad is Nina. Well, okay. Right. Both parents are out of the picture, but the story we know about the dad is that he was trying to... Well, he sexually assaulted or almost sexually assaulted his ex-girlfriend. So pretty much it's kind of the Jordan situation, except they were underage and it stopped immediately after the first attempt. Gosh. So he was barely in it. Nina plays a much bigger role, and she is the father figure from the book.
Got it.
In the show, does the man know that he doesn't know that Rainer's his son? Does he? I'm not getting that.
As of episode 6, no.
He doesn't know.
But that was weird at the end where he was like, you did a good job raising Rainer. I don't know. That part wigged me out the way that
can go either way.
Yeah, because that's when I thought that I'm like, okay, maybe he knows. But then he kept talking back and forth about like his ex-wives.
No, he doesn't know. Because he was talking weird to Rainer and he was like, yeah, you know, like he was just like, yeah, your mom's cool. Like, I'm spending time with a movie star right now. This is weird. Like, it felt like he was just like kind of getting to know him. And then he went back to Nina and was like, he's a good kid, you know. Like, I don't think he was like... Because he's known her and worked with her, or worked near adjacent to her for years and years.
Under him.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally. I was waiting for him to like put the time together. I was like, when they were in the car, I wanted him to be like, all right, I had sex with Nina around 24 years ago.
That's what I was saying. I was like, how are you not figuring this out, dude? And it was so, obviously Freeform is so cheesy how they were sitting like, Nina was in the middle of them and they were doing all the same gestures.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, that's learned behavior.
Right?
You don't like eat the same way just because that's your dad.
Well, they say that on Maury. Sorry. It's like he sleeps the same way, but he's the dad.
I think people just look for reasons to be like, oh, he was just like that. Reminds me of him.
Right? No.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's move on to episode 6. I want to cover how. Let's talk about this once and then never talk about it again. School is still a thing.
Oh man, that school. Renee, how do you feel about school?
Why is this still a thing? Why are we still concerned about school? You're starring in a take the semester off, Bella Thorne / Paige. Why?
Paige.
And also, why are you going to your teacher like, I know it's late, but
I know it's late,
Do
but
the
I'm
pout.
a movie star now, so like.
She's like,
oh, the way she
so...
said it too, though, she's like, yeah, but you see, I just got to roll in a major picture film, and I'm gonna be fit. Like, girl, that's not how
and
you-
Cassie warned her. Cassie's like, the professor does not play. She's not gonna. She's no, it's fine. I'm gonna work really hard on this.
Did you see my pout? Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, did you see me?
She's trying to keep the whole homework thing up. I'm like, girl, just.
No, but I'm proud. Okay, I'm going to give her the benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt and say, good for you for holding your own, being an independent woman, realizing how important your education is to you and your family,
Right.
and still busting your ass to try to make it happen.
Yeah.
She pulled an all-nighter when she knew it was her birthday the next day, and she, I'm not sure about you guys, but I probably would have just been like, I'll take the L. I'm not...
I definitely would have took that out.
I'm
Most
not going to
definitely.
stay up all night and write a paper to maybe get credit for it.
But it was worth half her grade, so she automatically would have failed. Or is going to fail.
Well,
I
she
guess.
still failed, so she should have figured that
I
out
think she
beforehand.
thought, I'm in this movie.
I think
and
we're
I'm
back
gonna
to
win."
Time
you
is
should have taken a
money.
year off, girl.
Yeah.
Also, like,
Episode 1.
or just turn it in like not that good. Like, make it, just write a paper. Just finish the paper. If it's not that great, just still turn it in. That way you don't fail.
She's probably yeah.
Like, Amber,
Well, it's
take,
really not a
take that year off.
perfectionist if you don't get it in on time.
If we take that year off, we won't
But-
be failing.
Maybe
I
we
do
should talk about
admire her.
taking a year off. I don't know.
I admire
Yeah,
her for
baby.
still trying.
No,
but
I do. I give it to
if
her.
you
'cause-
can't give it your all, and education is very expensive and it's very important
Right.
to your future. So if you're not going to get the best you can out of it, then you need to figure another path for yourself.
Yes, you do.
Paige, take the year off.
But guys, if she takes the year off, her life will be way less complicated and she'll have way less to complain about.
This is actually true. And she won't get in trouble as much.
Yeah, like,
Let's talk
Sweetie.
about none of us predicting that Cassie would be found at her job by her BFF.
so
Jake.
awkward.
That was so awkward.
But why would
At a
you
frat party.
Yeah, you see, I think that's just asking for it. How are you gonna go do that job at a frat party and not think that you're gonna ever see
That
any of
is
those
true
guys
because
again?
they're like in the same school. So I'm like, it'd be different if you went across town and went to another school, but you're at a frat party that's at your school.
Not too smart.
And that's
And why are frat boys
I was
ordering a
just
topless
gonna say,
maid for?
of
I was
all the
confused.
things to get for a frat party, you're getting topless maids.
You
Who
could probably
does
get
that?
topless girls without paying.
that go to your school.
Yes.
He's like, we have strippers, bro. They're cleaning the dishes.
Right? Like, if they actually had strippers, first of all, that would also be weird. Also, this party is during the day. That's even more weird.
was
that
so
you're
weird that it
having
was during the
topless
day.
And are they
maids.
watching like football? I'm like, what's happening?
And she's just
You're
by
not even
herself in the
looking at them.
kitchen.
Their
Oh,
backs
God.
were turned. I'm like, okay, this is a different type of frat party. When
I'm
I was
not going to
in
that
school.
frat
What?
party. That's a roofie frat party.
Also, like, wouldn't you want to have a party and then invite girls, not just have an all bro fest, like, we then we can see boobs?
And the boobs are turned away from them. So I
Well,
was a
they
little
did say that
confused.
it was supposed to be a study party, and then they were like, screw it, we're gonna party.
Let's
But
talk
Stars on the
invite
side of
girls.
boobs, I guess. I don't
topless
know.
maids. I'm like, okay.
I guess there's no girls at their school, so.
And it's in the daytime. That's the.
It's like a lunchtime party with
What's
topless
happening?
maids.
But that was really awkward. I felt bad for Cassie. I saw, Cassie. I like Cassie a lot because you just see like in these 2 episodes, you really get to learn who Cassie is and where she comes from and her mom and things like that. And her struggle with school.
I
Because,
love finding out about her mom.
yeah, I'm like, oh, Cassie. Because you see her friend Paige, who's making it happen, who's still in school, and we don't know why she's still there. And you see Cassie, who's struggling, who's cleaning half naked and pawning things. So I felt really bad when Jake had to fight her. Not like Paige walked in, but Jake seen her. So that's a little embarrassing. And
And
he seen her little boobs.
how are you guys feeling about Adam the PA? His name's Adam,
Oh,
right?
he's cute.
I really liked that he was very kind to her when she finally told someone. She
Yeah.
never told Jake and Paige. Just came out. The first person she told was Adam.
And she didn't
he
really
judge her for it.
hesitate. She just laid it
Yeah.
out on the table.
I didn't think he was gonna be as nice. Not that he was gonna be mean, but I thought that he would just be a hookup and
just be like, okay.
Well, here's the thing, though. Did you pick up on the fact that she was like, well, we're not together, and he was like, well, tonight we're together. What is that about? He doesn't want to be with her, or she doesn't want to be with him, or they're just not
Well,
at
it's
that
just too
stage
soon.
yet?
I felt like it was just
too
because it was
soon.
too soon, but she had to lean on someone, so she leaned on him.
He's very new.
yeah.
All right.
Because like when Paige was talking to him, I'm like, oh, I hope he's not like a dick. But I like that he actually goes home and she's in his house. Like, oh, I like Adam. That's really nice of him. Like they just hooked up and he's like, come on over and you can stay.
Yeah.
That was really nice
He's
of
being
him.
supportive, and she's not being inappropriately clingy or needy.
Yeah.
She's just going through a thing, and I really like that we found out that how Cassie's mother passed away. She died
Yeah.
from cancer. I don't think we knew that she was an Emmy Award-winning actress. Her mother.
No.
I just knew she was in the soaps because she said to them last episode, she didn't really go into detail. They were looking for agents and she's like, yeah, my mom's agent because she was a soap star. And Jake was like, what? And that's what I said last week. I'm like, how do they not know anything about Cassie? She's like, yeah, my mom got sick, and that's where she stopped it. So that confused me about their friendship. And he's like, oh, your mom's a soap star? Okay. Are you guys friends?
Yeah.
So I only knew I didn't know she was like an Emmy-winning actress.
Weird. I did think it was sweet that Adam then came back at the very end and said, oh, I found someone to find this old archive footage of your mom's speech.
That's awesome.
That was really,
was really
sweet.
nice.
That was
of him.
very romantic and very sweet.
Speaking of Adam, we are going to be having the actor who plays Adam as a special guest next week.
Oh, yay!
So we'll be able to look at his cute little face when he comes in here next Tuesday.
Cute. He's adorable.
So yeah, let's talk about Nina hijacking all the Devons to Hong Kong. So she's like, we need to go, and like, so in the meantime,
Nina's so shady.
Rainer is like, hey Paige, we're gonna go to Vegas. Don't study. Come to Vegas with me.
Oh my god.
Really aggressively.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's
calm
doing
down,
too
bro. What
much.
if I'm dark. I'm like, what if Cassie's dead? Like, stop forcing Vegas on them. Like, God forbid, you're gonna get mad that you bought these tickets. That's literally where my mind would. I'm like,
Yeah, but then
what if
again, he
she's
has all
dead?
the money in the world. I'm like, whatever.
He gets upset, and I'm like, well, bro, it's your fault because she was looking for Cassie. What if Cassie's like scoring somewhere? I don't know. I just get mad at things like that. Like, don't jump ahead.
Read the room.
Like, bro, he was like
Read the room.
really being aggressive. He's like, come to Vegas. I'm like,
He
calm-
stays being aggressive though. He just doesn't get it.
Like,
He
calm
doesn't
down.
get it.
Calm down. But I want to say, Nina, I'm going to call her no good Nina. She is shady boots. Because she was sitting in that meeting in China, and that woman gave her a look, which means to me she called this woman and was like, I need to get rid of Tangi some way, somehow, when she sat with Tangi's mom. How can I get rid of Tangi? The Chinese people don't really like ghost or time traveling people, because when that woman gave her a look and she suggested the young lady that was sitting next to her, and she's like, I'm like, okay, Nina, so you've planned this.
I can't tell if she's planned it or not.
I don't know.
I didn't get that vibe, but I don't know.
I didn't know that, but I do
Shady.
think that she purposely brought her two main men with her
Yeah.
because her mom was pressuring her to spill the beans, and what a great opportunity than a 12-hour flight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, so do you think she was trying to?
I think, or at least
Reveal.
start to establish a relationship.
Well, he wasn't going to come initially.
He just jumped on board.
He said
Oh, he
he's
just
coming.
forced
Yeah.
himself?
Like, I think a no good Nina.
Wait, but
Which I love, by the
did
way.
he
I love
force
hashtag
himself
no good
after
Nina.
the
Hashtag.
fact that Rainer was going, or before?
It wasn't even about Rainer. He just said he wanted to go. And then perhaps she wanted to bring Rainer so she could tell him, but I don't think that he would need to be there for her to tell
Yeah.
him.
I think she needed to bring a cast member. And I think that Jordan wasn't available because he had just broken up with her.
Exactly.
True.
She went for the next person. I'm excited to see next episode because I think she planned that with that woman. Because when that woman gave her the look, like, she's like, done. Did you plan this? And you didn't think, you got surprised when Alan jumped on board, and she was super shocked, like, okay, now I got to figure this out because now Alan's coming. I'm just saying. Hashtag no good Nina. I don't know. It's just a thought. Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
No good Nina.
It is a bummer about Tangi being cut, but it just goes to prove that, the show is kind of realistic in a lot
It
of
is.
ways because you can always be replaced in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Always, even after you're cast.
But it sucks that your mom is kind of behind that as well.
Her mom, I can't.
Your mom's I can't. With
Jake, I can't. Tangi's mom, I can't.
They have to go. Jordan's mom, I can't.
Cassandra, half the time I can't.
I kind of warmed up to Jordan's mom.
I did too until the end.
Until she robbed him.
She robbed
cool
my
for
heart
a
as
quick
well.
minute.
I was so
actress.
excited. I was like, wow, here this woman is opening up to Jordy, which she calls him. He gets his mom back. Nina will probably leave him alone. And then she stabs me in the heart and she robs them.
Well, I got a little worried when she was like, remember the good days? When we would do the red tag special and we would bring a red pin and just write 50% off.
I'm like, ma'am.
And then we'd hustle people and steal their wallets. And then we would find out that people are moving out of town and we'd go squat in their place for a few days because it was a mansion. And he was like,
these are the good days.
yeah. And I thought, oh man, is she bipolar? What is about to happen
But
here?
something big, there's a big secret because she went to jail for 5 years for something
He did.
Jordan did. And I wonder what he did. So I wondered, is it something that she really did or she's just blaming Jordan or he was protecting his mom from something?
Well,
Do
he
you
said
really
it was
see-
something he did for her.
Do you really see Jordan doing something that bad?
No, he was probably manipulated by
His mom.
someone he looked up to,
Or
his
probably
mother.
protecting her. Maybe she was being abused or maybe he killed.
Maybe he doesn't
I'm so
remember.
dark.
Maybe he killed
I take it to
somebody.
something else. Maybe he killed his dad and he was beating his mom and maybe he was I'm so
Quite
dark.
the imagination.
I take it to the next level.
Cute. This is Freeform.
I know. Freeform's like,
Not
cut it
HBO.
out, Nakia. This is not happening. He probably pushed someone by accident and the guy probably fell down the stairs and he's like, oh no. Sorry.
I
I'm
would be
going
shocked
like
if he did
HBO.
something dark. I would be shocked. But maybe they'll surprise us. They surprised us.
Yeah,
with the
Jordan's too
birthday.
sweet. I can't really.
That's true. I mean, they have gotten dark in this episode, and I'm trying to think of what else it would be because they obviously want us to like Jordan.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only way he could have hurt someone or even killed someone would be if it was to protect someone else,
That's
like
what
his
I
mom. Because the
figure.
way he's saying like it was for you, what would have ruined his life for her to take the blame where she would get less time? Because I
Right.
think that's why she would have had less time than him.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so
And
the
if it's-
abuse story is starting to look good.
Because it would have been
Jordan's-
self-defense.
Yeah, Jordan's a good kid. I only see him really protecting his mom and maybe protecting her from something bad because the story is that his parents are dead. That's what Hollywood thinks until Nina kind of, because she's so jealous, tells Tangi's mom that mom's really in jail. I can't with
Nina.
these ladies. So I can't see Jordan doing anything bad unless he's like protecting his mom and she takes the blame
Yeah.
for it. Like, okay, you're too young. Let me go to jail. I'm a woman. I'll say it's self-defense.
I could see that.
Just saying. The mothers are off the hook this episode. They're doing way too much for me.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some good moms, and Cassie's mom is dead, but
Yeah.
we got to see her be sweet, and Paige's mom is
Paige's
very
mom is-
nice, even
yeah.
though neurotic about school, which we will never mention again. But I really like Mama and Papa Devin. I kind of like them together.
I like them together, too.
Maybe he'll mess her up, and she'll mess him up right back.
Yeah, but he's thinking about proposing to who?
Oh yeah,
I was
he's
confused by that as well.
Yeah,
He
we
has
haven't
He's got
even
another
met.
woman in his life.
Do you think he means her?
No.
That would be insane.
They haven't
right?
established enough of a relationship for that to be appropriate.
Probably just the type to always have a side thing or someone
Yeah.
going on, so we don't. They're
I mean, listen,
irrelevant
he's got
right
money.
now.
He probably orders topless maids too. So
Cassie.
I think if you have money, you're not ordering topless maids from that pink van that sits around
In
Los
front of
Angeles.
McDonald's.
yeah, but did you in the show? That's not true. We have all types of rich weirdos that are ordering.
He's ordering escorts.
Okay.
Oh, for
Not
sure.
top. Sorry, Freeform. Yeah, I think
The
Freeform.
correct term is escort.
You know what I think happened? I think they wrote an escort for the longest time, and
think
then
so,
they're like, "We
too.
can't do this. It's freeform. What would be appropriate?
Topless
Topless
maids.
maids."
It's only half as bad. 'cause
Well, that makes sense. They shopped this show around Famous in Love. They wrote this. They went to Marlene King, who wrote Pretty Little Liars. They had her write the pilot. They shot the pilot, and they shopped the pilot around, and 9 different studios purchased it,
Oh wow.
and they ended up going with Freeform.
What other studios do you know?
No, I assume one of them was HBO.
I'm sure they
Or
were trying to go
Showtime.
dark, and they're like,
if
let's
it
do
was
Freeform.
HBO or Showtime, it would be so much jazzier.
So much sex.
I think they
so
knew
much
that they would have
murder.
gotten the audience though. On,
Yeah,
on Freeform.
for Freeform
That's
because of Pretty
true.
Little Liars. But
Okay.
I do like Nina and Alan together. I've always liked them together. So I hope that she's pays more attention to him and leaves Jordan alone. And Alan's warming up to Nina a little bit because he was super mean to her, and now we know why, because they have a history together. So I kind of like them together. And I'm sure he won't be happy when he finds out that that's his kid, but that's some more drama that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I like all the bad stuff. Just want to see people kill each other.
Oh my God.
When Cassie was missing, there was a little part that I wanted to ask you guys about when she's at Adam's house and she finally decides to text back, and Paige is like, oh my gosh, we got bubbles. We got so many bubbles. And I was like, is that a saying?
No.
We're
not going to make bubbles happen.
Stop trying to make bubbles happen.
Stop trying to make bubbles happen.
They're called
Paige.
text dots, right?
I just
What do
say
you call them?
I just say she's typing.
That's not saying anything.
Right, I'm like,
Those are gestures. No. If you had to call it something, because I think I say I have the dots. They're texting.
I think
the
I call them
dots.
dots, yeah.
I'm like,
don't
oh,
call
someone's
them
texting
bubbles.
me.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I can see that she's typing.
You seen when someone's typing and then they stop
Yeah, why
typing?
don't you just say
and
she's
you're like,
typing? She's typing.
I see you typing, then they stop, and then you get really upset.
Text
God
that right
damn it.
back. I see you're typing right now.
I literally do that. I'm gonna be like, I say back, I'm like, I know you saw this. I see that you started to type, so I'm gonna need you to
Crazy.
say what I just am all about being straightforward these days.
That's
say
right.
what you're thinking.
I see you
You're
typing.
sitting on your phone like,
Well,
We got bubbles.
when you send a text that you absolutely need a response
That's true.
to, and you know whoever it is saw it,
The person's
they
like-
thought about answering you, and then they changed their mind. I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
I can see that you have a thought.
I
No,
see that you're
that's
typing
I
over
see
there.
you.
That's like when you text someone and then they don't respond, then go on Facebook chat and you're
Oh.
like, yo, I know you saw me.
Or they
text.
post a Snapchat or something,
Yeah.
and you're like, you're an asshole.
Like, I know you just seen me text you 20 minutes ago.
I
But
know
that's when you hit them with the
Bubbles.
double text. So I see you on Snapchat.
But conversely, when someone texts you that you don't want to speak to, and then you want to go on Instagram,
I
you
mean,
can't, because you're like,
don't you
no.
hate that? You're like, damn, there's something I really want to post, and someone texts you, you're like, God damn it, I don't want that person to know that I read that. I've been through that.
right?
You're like, I don't want them to know that I read their message. And you're
Leave
like,
it on
well,
red.
So hard to be a
Struggle.
jerk nowadays.
it really
man.
is. Social media is ruining everything.
Side note.
Oh man, I think that's about it for episode 6. Is there any other thoughts that we have? I'm trying to look.
We're
at my
over
notes.
Jake.
Actually, I do have one thought. I have been to the buffet at the Bellagio, and it is amazing.
It's really good.
Isn't it like $40 to just gain entry?
But
Yes.
if you go for brunch,
well,
you
that's
get
how much it
unlimited
is.
mimosas.
It's like $40.
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
I went on. No,
But it's a
like
lot
How
of
much
though.
food could you really
A
eat?
lot.
If you're
A lot,
hungover in
a lot.
Vegas, a lot of food.
They have
I'm not paying $40 for
everything.
nothing.
Their dessert table. I
Yo.
brought a Ziploc. Okay,
The
sorry.
Bellagio?
No,
My
you
proudest
didn't.
moment.
Okay, if I did that, I would be
I brought a
down for it.
Ziploc bag. I really like M&Ms, and I stuffed it with just endless mini M&Ms because I'm like, I'm gonna get my phone.
Well, you know, it's a long road back to Los Angeles. So
I'm
if
sad that we
we-
never got to see them go to Vegas
I
because he kept
know.
pushing her to go.
Are
I'm
they
like,
still
leave
going?
them alone, Jake.
No, she canceled.
And then she did kind of cancel. He's like, I bought tickets though, so I think he's going to be kind of on.
He's mad because he walked in the house. He's like, I was stood up in Vegas.
Well, no one told
you were
you
being
to do
pushy. If Cassie, something happened to her, then what?
You didn't
Leave
put
it
your
alone.
listening ears on.
But what do you guys think about Paige offering Cassie a job to be her assistant?
She hated it. Very.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a
could
weird
tell.
scene, right?
That was very
Okay,
weird.
I thought when Paige offered that was such a sweet thing because she's
Super
not going to
sweet.
make her do anything, and I thought that's like, oh my god, if my best friend was in a movie, I'd be like, oh my god, can I be your? It was like, it's all about the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I want a good job where I can just hang out with my best friend, and she acted. She was like, oh, I'd rather be a topless maid. Like,
Well, it's all about perspective. Like, yes, that's great that Paige offered that. It's a very easy job. You could get paid and still do your own
So nice.
thing. And Paige presented it exactly in that manner. But then to play devil's advocate, it's like, okay, now I need to sit around and watch my best friend kill it and succeed all day, and I am paying to be
Right.
her lower and
Yeah.
do whatever she
while
said.
you're
But-
pursuing whatever else you want, and you can always
Exactly.
quit.
Because
But
she
that's
was-
why it's like all about perspective.
Because if she was a boss, I mean, I totally get it because she wanted to be in this movie. She wants to be an actress, so I know it's hard. But this is when you eat that humble pie and you say, all right, let me be my best friend's assistant. I am screwing the PA on this movie.
Yeah.
Let me try to network to get on another movie
Exactly.
and say, hey, Paige, can you put... But I know it's super hard, so she's not even thinking that far. I hope she kind of
I hope she
gets to
comes
that
around.
point
Right.
and says, well, how can I network and get in? And now I'm friends with Rainer, and hey, Rainer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your
but
foot's in the door. You just
unfortunately, she's letting that jealousy, because when she gave her that look, I'm like, oh,
Between
Cassie,
her and Jake,
come on.
It's like, sit down.
can't.
Be humble.
I'm like,
Stop with the
thank
pity
you.
party.
Thank you, Kendrick.
Little
Sit
Kendrick
down.
plug for
be
you.
humble. I'm
It's
like,
time.
girl, your friend, even though you pawn that bracelet and your friends are telling, she's offering you a brand new job and you get to be on set, you get to work on a movie. You're
And
not
get paid
acting in
well.
it, but you're in a movie.
You can
kind
go to
of.
school.
yeah.
You can make connections.
Exactly.
And she's like, no. I'm
like,
not getting
Cassie,
that.
come on, you need to be humble.
Use
girl.
your head. Stop with the, okay, I need her and Jake to stop feeling bad for themselves because she didn't get the audition,
Right.
and Jake friend-zoned Paige and now is mad because she's not going out with him.
Well, can we bring this up also when Paige was going through Cassie's things in her bedroom,
Right.
Jake had that petty conversation about how, Cassie was jealous and Paige needed to be more considerate, but I never got a vibe from Cassie that she was envious or jealous
Yeah.
or hateful because Paige got the role over her.
Yet.
I don't think you're right. I don't think she's jealous yet, but I think there's a little bit of her that's saying, "Damn, if I do take this job, is this going to ruin our relationship because this is the movie that I wanted?" But I think she really is genuinely happy for Paige,
Yeah.
but I think it is going to get complicated when she works for her friend.
Right. Well, but that was before the fact.
Right.
Jake was just trying to make Paige feel like a jerk and act like this entire thing was her fault. But Cassie was a topless maid before Paige got the movie gig.
That is true.
It's not her fault.
And like Jake
Yeah.
said, we're both in Hollywood right now, and she's not. And I can see where Cassie will feel bad. I just really want her to just sit down and go to sleep and be like, okay, let me look at this as a really great
Yeah.
thing. I'm not in this movie. My friend is, but maybe my friend can help me get to where I need to be. Let me network with I'm just hoping that happens. Because I think she really was genuinely happy, but I think her working as her assistant,
Of course.
But it's just a flexible job where she can
Right.
do whatever she, like, that's what I don't understand is if you're close enough friends with someone and know each other well, and it's a gig that she's saying, oh, like, you don't have to do much. If it does start to ruin your relationship, that's when you'd be like, wait, this is getting too
Yeah.
much. But like, just learn how to do a job, be professional. That's the problem. None of these people know how to be professional.
and go to the studios and like try to. If that was me, I would go to the studios like, hey, you guys casting?
Yeah, take advantage of your
Extras?
surroundings.
And then tell your friend, hey
100%.
girl, I can't be your assistant anymore because I just got an extra. Like that's
And she'd
what
be
I'm
so
hoping.
happy for you too.
Exactly. So the three of you would all be in Hollywood. But when she gave her the position, she was not happy.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it for this episode today.
was a lot.
There was so many good things, and I'm so excited for next week. We are going to be having the actor Tom Madden, who plays Adam. He was also in MTV's Scream. He's going to be on next week, so tune in Tuesday live. If you guys are going to be in the live chat, we will take your guys' questions. If you guys are listening on the podcast, we thank you for listening and subscribing on the podcast. You guys can find me on all the social media things at Amber Plaster, and thank you guys so much for watching. Where can they find you on the internet?
And you can hit me up at @thereal_O_G.
You guys can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
You guys can follow me at Renee Ariel on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.